Good afternoon and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today we're going to see Game 2 of Diamondbacks hosting the Cubs. Cubs took Game 1 in an 11-3 game to improve to 17-15, and they are now just half a game behind the division-leading Pirates in the NL Central. The Diamondbacks, on the other hand, have now lost 8 straight and are looking to turn that around today with Madison Bumgarner on the mound. He has started in 6 games, has gone 1-2 with a 7.27 ERA and a 2.12 WHIP. Opposing him will be the Cubs' ace in the early going, Jose Quintana. He has also started in 6 games. He is going to be standing in at a 4-2 record and a 2.21 ERA, 1.08 WHIP. It should also be noted that Chris Bryant, who has the day off today, won Batter of the Month for the National League. And for his efforts, he hit 6 home runs in the month of April with 22 RBIs, stole a base, and batted .397, .455, and .645. He was red hot in the cold month of April. So, let us get this game underway. We have clear skies today in Arizona. The dome is open. It is 85 degrees outside, and the wind is blowing out to left at a very moderate 7 miles an hour. The Cubs are going to send Tauchman up to lead off against the Diamondbacks starter lefty Madison Bumgarner. The Diamondbacks have dropped to 11-20, and they are last place in the NL West. Cubs have won 5 straight, going for number 6 here today. Bumgarner with the pitch, and he strikes out Tauchman to lead off the game. Fastball outside. Tauchman swings and misses. Fletcher now the batter. 3-1 count to Fletcher. Here comes the pitch. And he hits a base hit into left field. Is that going to be a single? Yes. Fletcher stops at first as the left fielder gets it quickly back into cutoff man. And now Rizzo is going to bat with 1 out and 1 man on. Fletcher is actually playing third base, giving Bryant the day off today. Baez is back in at short, and Kipnis is still playing second. 2-1 count, and that ball gets away. Fletcher is going to head down to second on the wild pitch. And now Rizzo is the batter with a 3-1 count and a runner in scoring position. Full count now to Rizzo. And Rizzo pops it up on the right side. That looked like that was ball 4. It looked low and away, but Rizzo pops it up to the first baseman Walker, and that is out number 2. Baez will now stand in with an opportunity to give the Cubs the lead. 1 strike count to Baez. And here comes the pitch. Baez grounder back to the mound. Bumgarner has it, throws to first. And the Cubs are retired. They strand the runner on second. We go to the bottom of the first. Quintana pitching to Marte. No score so far. 3-1 count. Quintana looks in. Gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Grounder to second. Kipnis to Rizzo. Out number 1. Score that one 4-3. Walker now the batter with a 1-ball count. Quintana comes to the plate. Ground ball to third. Fletcher has it. Throws to first, but the throw is going to be late. And Walker has an infield hit. That was a slow roller down the third base line. Fletcher was playing way back, and he is not able to get the ball to first in time. Marte is now the batter with 1 out and 1 man on. Full count to Marte. Strike 3. Marte says that he checked his swing, but the umpire calls it a strike anyway. Escobar, now the batter, with 2 outs and a runner on first. 0-2 count to Escobar. Here comes the pitch. Strike 3 swinging. 2 strikeouts for Quintana in the first inning. We go now to the top of the second of a 0-0 game. Contreras is going to be the batter with an 0-2 count. Bumgarner looks in. Oh, and he hits Contreras. That ball came way inside, and Contreras was not able to get out of the way. Almora will now bat with a runner on first and nobody out. 2-2 count. Almora skies it out to right center field. That looks like it'll be put away for out number 1. It is. Marte makes the catch in center field. And Kipnis now is the batter with 1 out, 1 man on. 2-2 count. Kipnis swings and misses at a pitch that was pretty far inside. That was a cutter. And now there are 2 outs for Hayward with a runner on first. 0-2 count to Hayward. Oh, and the ball gets away again. The runner advances to second. Contreras is now in scoring position, and Hayward still batting with a full count. And they walk Hayward. A little bit surprised by that decision. Hayward hasn't exactly been a force at the plate this year. But the pitcher Quintana is now up, and Quintana is hitting 3 for 9 with 2 RBIs. So apparently they're not scared of Quintana. They're going to pitch to him anyway. 0-2 count. Quintana swings and misses weakly at strike 3. And the Diamondbacks strategy works out perfectly as the inning is over. Cubs strand 2. We go now to the bottom of the second inning of a 0-0 game. 1-1 pitch, Quintana. Here it comes. Fly ball to the left. Tauschman is going to have it for out number 1. Cole Calhoun now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Quintana with the pitch. Popped up to left again. This time Tauschman's going to have to go the other way, ranging to his right to make the grab for out number 2. Nick Ahmed is now going to be the batter for Arizona with 2 outs and nobody on. 2-2 count. Quintana to the plate. That sounded pretty good coming off the bat, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be out number 3. As Tauschman grabs 3 fly balls and he records every out in the Diamondbacks half of the second inning. We go now to the top of the third of a 0-0 game, and Tauschman now gets an opportunity to lead off the inning for the Cubs. 1-2 pitch from Bumgarner. And a ground ball to short. Ahmed has it, throws to first. Tauschman is out number 1. David Fletcher now the batter. He got a hit his first time up. 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch. Fletcher, a little looper over toward third, but that is going to be put away. Escobar grabs it for out number 2. Rizzo now stands in, the lefty Rizzo against the lefty Bumgarner with an 0-2 count. Rizzo waiting for the pitch. Hit well into right field, but that is going to be out number 3. That is caught by Calhoun, and Rizzo becomes the third out. We go now to the bottom of the third of a 0-0 game. Quintana will be pitching to the Diamondbacks left fielder Peralta to lead off the third inning. 1 ball count. Here comes the pitch. That is popped up to the left side. Shortstop Baez hustles over and makes the play for out number 1. Madison Bumgarner, who's a decent hitter in his own right, is going to stand in against Quintana with 1 out, nobody on. Full count to Bumgarner. And he watches ball 4 go by up and away. Bumgarner heads down to first. Starling Marte will be the next batter. 1 strike count. Quintana comes to the plate. That's going to be a base hit into right field. Starling Marte stops at first with a single. Bumgarner stops at second as the ball comes quickly back into the infield. And the Diamondbacks have first and second and only 1 out. 2-2 count to Walker. Strike 3 swinging. That is strikeout number 3 for Quintana. And now Kettle Marte will bat with 2 men on and 2 men out. And a 1-2 count. Ground ball to third. Fletcher has it, throws to first. And the side is retired. The Diamondbacks strand 2. We go to the top of the fourth of a 0-0 tie. Baez now standing in with a 1-2 count. Baez swings and misses. Strike 3. That is strikeout number 4 for Madison Bumgarner, as Baez becomes the first out in the top of the fourth. Contreras now the batter. 1 strike count. Here comes the pitch. Contreras slaps that one into left center field. That is going to drop in for a base hit. That was not particularly hard hit, but it was in the perfect spot. And Contreras gets the second hit of the day for the Cubs. Almora now the batter with a 1-2 count. Runner on first. Almora grounds weakly to second. Oh, but the second baseman kicks it over into right field. And everybody is going to be safe. Contreras goes to second. Almora is safe at first. And Kipnis now is the batter with 1 out and 2 men on. The Cubs have a chance to get something done here with a 2-2 count. And Kipnis watches strike 3 go by. He was frozen by a fastball. He must have been looking for something off speed, I guess. Hayward now the batter. Cubs still looking to try to take the lead in the top of the fourth inning. 1-1 count to Hayward. And Hayward pops it up to left. That should be routine. It is grabbed for the third out. Hayward is retired. Cubs strand 2. And now we go to the bottom of the fourth inning of a 0-0 tie. Eduardo Escobar, Diamondbacks third baseman, is going to lead off the fourth inning against Quintana with a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Popped up to right. Hayward, to his right, ranges over and makes that play for out number 1. Kelly now the batter. Carson Kelly standing in with 1 out and a full count. Ground ball to third. Fletcher has it. Throws to first. And Kelly is retired for out number 2. Calhoun will stand in with 2 outs and nobody on. 1-2 count to Calhoun. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball to second. Kipnis has it. Throws to Rizzo. And the Diamondbacks are retired in order in the bottom of the fourth. We go now to the top of the fifth inning. Still 0-0. Quintana is going to bat for himself against Bumgarner to lead off the fifth inning. 1-2 count. Bumgarner comes to the plate. Strike 3 called on a fastball at 93. That is strikeout number 6 for Madison Bumgarner. And Tauchman will be the next batter with 1 out and a 1-1 count. Tauchman hits a little pop-up behind shortstop, and Ahmed backs up and makes the play. 2 outs now for the Cubs. Nobody on. Top of the fifth inning. Fletcher is the batter. He pops it up to right. That is going to be playable. It is going to be out number 3. Madison Bumgarner has thrown 5 scoreless innings. We go now to the bottom of the fifth with the Diamondbacks and Cubs tied at 0. Nick Ahmed is going to lead off for the Diamondbacks. They're going to send 7, 8, 9 up here in the bottom of the fifth. 2-2 count. Quintana with the pitch. That is a fly ball to the left. Tauchman is coming in. That is going to be taken for out number 1. Peralta now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 1 ball count. Quintana with the pitch. Popped up foul territory going toward the third base dugout. It looks like Fletcher is going to be there, and he calls off Contreras and makes the grab for out number 2. Madison Bumgarner now drew a walk his last time up. He will stand in against Quintana. And he hits a slow roller to short. Baez has it, throws to Rizzo, and the side is retired. Quintana has also thrown 5 shutout innings. We go to the top of the 6th inning of a 0-0 tie. Rizzo will lead off against Bumgarner with a 1-strike count. Here comes the pitch. Rizzo, ground ball up the middle. He hits it right into the shift. The shortstop makes the play. throws to first for out number 1. Baez now the batter with a 2-strike count. Here comes the pitch. Baez grounds to the shortstop. The throw goes to first, and Baez is retired on a very close play for out number 2. Seemed like Ahmed took a long time throwing that ball over to first. But Baez is retired, and now Contreras will stand in with 2 outs and a 2-2 count. And he is strikeout victim number 7 as the Cubs go down in order in the top of the 6th inning. We're still knotted up at 0. Starling Marte will lead off for the Diamondbacks. They send up the top of the order against Quintana in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Strike 3 called. Marte checks his swing, but the umpire calls him out anyway. Out number 1, strikeout number 4 for Quintana, and Christian Walker will bat next. 2-1 count to Walker. Quintana with the pitch. That is going to be a looper into left center field. That is going to drop in for a base hit. That is base hit number 3 of the game for the Diamondbacks. Walker stops at first with a single, and Kettle Marte will bat with 1 out, 1 man on. 2-2 count to Marte. Quintana with the pitch. Flied out to right. Hayward will be there to put it away for out number 2. The runner has no opportunity to tag up and advance on that play. Escobar will now bat with 2 outs. Runner on first. 3-0 count. And he checks his swing. He is awarded the base on ball 4. Well, the Diamondbacks now have the runner in scoring position. Carson Kelly, the batter. 2 outs, 2 men on, bottom of the 6th inning. 1-2 count. Quintana comes to the plate, and that is a shot out to center field. Carson Kelly has just hit a home run, and Diamondbacks are up 3-0. That was 455 feet. He nearly hit that scoreboard, the video board out there in straightaway center field. Quintana probably got left out there a little bit too long, and he gives up the 3-run homer to Carson Kelly. Cole Calhoun will now bat with 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of the 6th inning. That's going to be a base hit over the second base into center field. A single for Cole Calhoun. And now Jeremy Jeffress will be the new pitcher for the Cubs. Look at the line on Quintana. He threw 5 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs all earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, 102 pitches, but he is not able to get out of the bottom of the 6th inning. He would stand to lose this game right now. Calhoun is his responsibility over at first. Jeffress will pitch to Nick Ahmad with 2 outs, a 1-1 count, and Jeffress comes to the plate. Popped up to right field. That should end the inning. Hayward comes in, makes the play, and the Diamondbacks are finally retired in the bottom of the 6th inning. We go to the top of the 7th. Diamondbacks with a 3-0 lead. We go now to the Cubs half of the 7th inning, trailing 3-0, and the Cubs are going to send Albert Almora up to lead off the inning. Bumgarner still looking very sharp. He throws strike 3 called to retire Almora for the first out in the 7th inning. Kipnis now the batter with 1 out and a 1-strike count. Bumgarner comes to the plate. That is well hit to right field. The right fielder looks up, but that ball is gone. Kipnis has just gotten the Cubs on the board with a solo home run to right field. 392 feet for Jason Kipnis. Home run number 3 of the season. Didn't have to work quite as hard for that one as he did for the last one. I believe his last home run was the inside the park homer last week in Wrigley. Jason Hayward is now going to be the batter. He is going to stand in against Bumgarner with 1 out and nobody on. 2-2 count to Hayward. Here comes the pitch. Hayward knocks a single into right field. Hayward stops at first base. And Chris Bryant will now be the batter. He is going to pinch hit for the pitcher's spot with a chance to tie the game here in the top of the 7th inning. First pitch to Bryant. Bryant hits it well into center field, but right at the center fielder Marte. That is pulled in for out number 2. Man, if that had been about 15, 20 feet further to the right, that would have been extra bases into the gap. Well, anyway, Hayward is still on first. Tauschman now the batter with 2 outs and a 1-2 count. And he strikes out. He is strikeout victim number 9 for Bumgarner. The Cubs do score a run on the Kipnis solo shot. And we go now to the bottom of the 7th with a 3-1 Diamondback lead. Jeremy Jeffress will be allowed to at least start out inning number 7 for the Cubs. He is going to face Peralta, possibly a pinch hitter for the pitcher's spot, Bumgarner, and then the top of the Diamondbacks order. 3-0 count, and he misses low with ball 4. Jeffress walks the leadoff batter. Bumgarner is going to be allowed to hit for himself. I don't know, maybe the Diamondbacks manager doesn't have very much faith in his bullpen. But here we go. He lays down the sacrifice. Throw goes to second, and the Cubs alertly retire the lead runner for the first out. Bumgarner is standing on first on what will be scored as a fielder's choice, and Marte is the next batter with 1 out, 1 man on. 1-2 count. And that's a ground ball to second. That goes to short, over to first, and that is a ground ball double play to end the 7th inning. We go now to the top of the 8th inning with a 3-1 Diamondback lead. Bumgarner, with 108 pitches, is being sent out to begin the 8th inning. Santana is going to pinch hit. He will bat from the right side, the switch hitter Santana against the lefty Bumgarner to lead off the 8th. 1 ball count. Here comes the pitch. That is well hit to left field. That is going to be off the wall in left field. Santana heading to second. He does not stop. He goes all the way to third. He is going to come all the way home. He slides in and he is safe. That is an inside the park home run for Santana. I am very surprised at the aggressive base running there, but the Diamondbacks were slow to get the ball back into the infield, and Santana just never stopped. The score is now 3-2 in favor of the Diamondbacks. Cubs pick up a run on the Santana inside the park home run, and Rizzo is now the batter against the new Arizona pitcher, Andrew Chafin. Let's check out the box score. We're going to see that the line of the day for Bumgarner is 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts. He would stand to win this game presently. Rizzo will stand in against Chafin with a 3-1 count. Here comes the pitch. Rizzo hits it hard to first base, but that is going to be an unassisted out for the first baseman Walker. Baez will now bat with 1 out, top of the 8th inning. 2-1 count to Baez. And Baez hits a little looper to right field, but that looks like it's going to be caught. The second baseman heads out to short right, puts it away for out number 2. Contreras will now be the batter. He will come up with 2 outs, nobody on. 2-1 count to Contreras. And Contreras is hit. That might be the second time he has been hit in this game. Contreras heads down to first. Almora is now batting. There are 2 outs and a runner on first. Chafin is still the pitcher for the Diamondbacks. First pitch to Contreras. First pitch to Almora is a fly ball to right field. Contreras was the runner on first, but Almora is retired for out number 3. The Cubs do score another run, and have now cut the lead down to 3-2. And manager David Ross is going to bring in lefty Zach Britton to pitch to the 2-3-4 batters in the Arizona lineup in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2-2 count. Britton looks in. Here comes the pitch. That is well hit out to center field. That is going to be one hop to the wall. It looks like Walker is going to have a double to lead off the 8th inning. I don't think that's exactly the way that Ross envisioned this inning starting. Britton is now going to have to pitch to Marte with the runner in scoring position and nobody out. 3-1 count to Marte. And he misses outside. That is ball 4. The runner walks down to first. I guess on a positive note, the triple play is now in order. And Escobar is the batter with nobody out and runners on first and second. First pitch to Escobar, ground ball to first. Rizzo goes to second. The relay does not come back to first. The double play is broken up at second base. The Diamondbacks now have runners on the corners with one out, and Kelly is going to be the new batter. Carson Kelly with a 2-1 pitch, and Carson Kelly is hit. That is going to load the bases up full of Diamondbacks. Britton seems to have really struggled so far here in the bottom of the 8th inning. He is going to pitch to Cole Calhoun. Bases loaded, one out. Britton trying to get out of the jam. Full count. And that is a line drive over the drawn-in infield. One run is in. Second run coming home. The throw is late. And that is a 2-run RBI single by Cole Calhoun. The Diamondbacks now lead 5-2. There is still one out. Nick Ahmed is the next batter. Runners on first and second. 1-2 pitch from Britton. Strike 3 swinging. Too bad he couldn't get that swing and a miss on the full count pitch in the last at-bat. Well, now lefty Brad Wyke is going to be brought in to face the left-handed batting Peralta for the Diamondbacks. There are 2 outs, runners on first and second, and a 1-strike count. Here comes the pitch. That is well hit. That's going down into the left field corner. Tauschman cuts it off. He throws home, but the run is going to score. The Diamondbacks now own a 6-2 lead. RBI single for Peralta. Stephen Vogt will be the next batter. He is pinch hitting for the pitcher's spot. 2 outs, runners on first and second. 2-2 count. White with the pitch. Grounder to second. Kipnis to Rizzo, and mercifully the 8th inning ends. Well, the Cubs had cut the lead down to 1, but they give up 3 more runs in the bottom of the 8th. We now go to the top of the 9th inning. The Cubs have 3 outs remaining in a 6-2 game. The Diamondbacks are going to bring in the righty Kevin Grinkle. This is not a safe situation for Mr. Grinkle. And Kipnis is going to lead off for the Cubs. He is actually very hot right now. He is going to try to get on base, get something started for the Cubs here in the top of the 9th inning. Full count to Kipnis. Grinkle looking in with the pitch. Strike 3 swing. That was ball 4. It was outside. Kipnis could not lay off of it. First out, and Hayward now is the batter. 2-2 count to Hayward. Here comes the pitch. Hayward hits it hard, but directly at the second baseman. The throw, it almost pulls the first baseman off the bag, but not quite. Hayward is retired for out number 2, and Chris Bryant, who came in on the double switch earlier in the game, he is going to represent the Cubs' last chance here in the top of the 9th inning. 2 outs, nobody on. 0-2 count. Here comes the pitch, and Bryant strikes out swinging. Well, The Diamondbacks have ended their 8-game losing streak. The Cubs see their 6-game winning streak come to an end in a 6-2 contest. Arizona scores 6 runs on 8 hits with 1 error. The Cubs scored 2 runs on 5 hits with no errors. Cubs take a step back today. They fall back to 17-16, while the Diamondbacks improve to 12-20. Player of the game is, no surprise, Diamondbacks starter Madison Bumgarner. He earns his second win of the season, 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. Quintana is tagged with his 3rd loss of the season. He threw 5 2/3, allowed 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Well, thank you for listening to Replacement Player Baseball.